This is my friend Grim. He's the creator of the Ark Noah mod on TTS, but he's not very good at Ark. He's pulling a 46% win rate. As you can see, I don't think the graph should ever look like this. In his case, it does. I've faced him quite a lot. Sometimes we queue into each other, it's by mistake. And he hasn't won a single game against me. He's actually beaten me once on TTS when he had Lake Map and I think he had Hollowwood Hills or something. So I haven't given up hope on him yet. I think we should look for a game of his, see what he could have done differently to beat a 130 elo opponent. So I haven't seen this game before. I actually joined as a spectator at the bare end of it, and then he was really far behind. Starting off, we have really bad endgames. That's some interesting stuff, I guess. So, this is a pretty good American tag, but it takes a while to set up. But we do have two predators for this thing. Fortunately, since the 5 is blocked in Africa, the most optimal thing would just be grabbing Africa turn 1, playing an African animal, and doing 2 Africa. Because you don't, especially with Africa, which is a hard con to do, you don't really ever want to go for 4 Africa, because it's such a bad value. Like 3 shells instead of 5. So that would be the most optimal start. Our hand is not bad. We have our predators, we even have the sponsorship lions, and I guess we should also probably keep the Chinese water dragon. And I think our main, since we have like 3 Asian animals, I think our, unless the display changes things, I think we should just grab Asia to get some discount on our animals. So let's see what Grim does here. He does keep what I would keep. That's a good start. Okay, looking at display, it kind of makes us sad we didn't keep research, but what can you do? Expert on Africa is kind of interesting. So, if our opponent's card wasn't at 5, we could maybe have grabbed Africa, and then snapped this just to do 2 Africa next round. Unfortunately, he has cards on 5. So, yeah, I think we're just grabbing Asia as our first action here. No, we go for hand size instead. Okay, so we're getting hand size, which is very feels good, right? But I think the games you should go for hand size are the games where you can't play most of your hand. But we can get out everything first round if we choose to do so. And even if we don't get out everything, we probably keep the Chinese water dragon. And then we can still do cards. So I don't like getting hand size here at all. I would just slam dunk Asia. And even if you went for the uni, no, you kind of block your opponent by getting hand size, I guess. But yeah, I think he should have gone Asia though. And second best action would be getting Africa, because then we kind of block him. Because now we can snap the X-Men on Africa and get Africa, do 2 Africa. But that's fine. So that's kind of big blunder at the start of it. So I would be surprised if he didn't snap. Oh, he goes for Science Museum. Okay. We're just building here. Yeah, I like that. Definitely right play. Oh, we're drawing cards. Mercat then. That's gonna be a bit awkward to get out though, because if that was our plan, we should have gone for our uni as well. And that would be a better plan than getting hand size here, because we can get out most of our hand. But this card we are not getting out this round. This is gonna flood our hand a little bit. And we have like no further. We have like no further plans for it. No Urbi on display or in hand. I would probably put it like this instead. And then we can have a free size with 3 kiosks to it instead of this awkward thing. Doesn't look very pretty. This is not that crucial, especially when we don't see any Urbis. And it doesn't fit the base con either. So we're building a 1 now. I would... We need to build a 1, but I would probably just put sponsors back from X here instead. Because we're gonna have to use this at some point, and we have to play our animals before we do sponsorship lions here. But there's... Because sponsors kinda high value action. Like, we're gonna want to take it this round as well. And we don't want to advance the break here, because we want this out before the break hits. So I think you should just put it back now, so it goes higher up. Opponent plays the best card in the game. It's no problem. Okay, so now we put the sponsors back, and yeah, I think that's just inefficient sequencing. Because we could have just done it reversed. The result would be the same. Only benefit by doing it this order is that the opponent doesn't know if we're gonna break 5 or not. But that doesn't really matter, because he's never gonna do cards in his position. And he already has a building out, and the sponsor card he wanted to play this round. So he doesn't really fear the break, because he can always associate. And yeah, like if we would do sponsors 5 and then do cards, he'd be in a better situation. So yeah, we're kind of mind gaming our opponent, but now we have worst actions for later on. Opponent takes double science. We saw him snapping Science Museum. He can also build for the Science Institute, so I would be looking to denying that. Yeah, we should probably snap Science Institute here. It's not the best for us, but it's kind of big deal, because like it's doubtful he has more science in hand, and that's just gonna be a dead card for him. Especially if this round goes on for a bit, it's gonna be bad if he can get it out turn 1 with hand size. See what Grim does here. Oh, he actually does it. Good boy. Clearing down animals. Yep. So we should just small inefficient. We should have played a Martin first. I don't know if there's an animal for us to not play the Slothbeer here, but yeah. But also, like, as you see now, we would have 6 more money if we got Asia instead. What are we doing with the Soch? Probably just leave it where it is, I think. Because we don't know what our opponent's gonna do. Choose to do the Ari, putting it on 1. That's gonna be really awkward if opponent's next move is causing the break. Because we wanted the 2 Predators, but now it's all the way at the bottom. And sure, we can do Sponsorship Lions, but then we just have a bunch of inefficient actions to take. Opponent should snap the Monkey. So yeah, we should just get the sponsorship alliance out. I think it's very likely our opponent has a sponsor card. But it's hard to tell as well, because he's low elo. Because he snapped the Science Museum, but like maybe he has banked on this a lot. So yeah, it's a bit hard to read into. Get our sponsor out at least. Oh, it's doing another animal section. Oh right, I didn't do one before. Okay. It's not the worst, but not the best either from opponent. Okay, so we're snapping. I guess the Rhino. Yeah, Rhino's pretty good snap here. I don't feel you need to do it now though. I would just put Build back for next. Since we have our social low. Because if our opponent's next bow is breaking, which is likely, which is very likely, we're gonna. I guess we could build a 4 size here to put animals back. But I would still put build back from next. There's no reason to do it now. Oh, we actually snapped the Explore Africa. Yeah, that I don't like. I like the Rhino more in Explore Africa at this stage. Because we already have 2 icons. And 1 more in hand for species diversity. We also have 3 Asian tags, so it's super easy Rhino. And it fits really nicely with our action as well. Because we have build on 5. And we have to Soch before we have to have a social 5 before we want to take an upgrade build action. So yeah, I think that's a fairly big mistake not getting the Rhino here. And our opponent causes the break. Don't have to discard cards at least, but yeah, a lot of things we could have done differently turn 1 there. Better Grand shows up, not the worst. I would still just be inclined to build a forces here, put Anos back, and do 2 Predators. So like, optimally we get the Rhino. If we don't get the Rhino, we can still use the forces for the Cayman, which isn't the best, but it's at least an animal. Instead, we exiled animals. Opponents get second uni. I bring sponsors. It's a bit scary. So we know he has. He might still have Science Institute in hand, so we don't really want to give him this. Because it's a very strong sponsor card and it just feeds. Not only it's a strong sponsor card, but it feeds Science Museum here. So, one thing you could consider here is doing 2 predators and taking snapping. And I think that's probably what I would do. Or I wouldn't put myself in this scenario at the first place, but I don't hate that, to be honest. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is when we went for the hand size instead of the Asia, there's also a university up here, which, I mean, we're not guaranteed to get it, but someone's gonna get it. And just going for a continent-based strategy is so much stronger when there's a university on the contract. See what Grim chooses to do. Oh, we do choose to spend X. But we do get the worker. Yeah, I would just still build a 4 size. Because I guess our opponent can build for the Rhino. Which he probably is gonna do. Because it's this empty 4 size. But I would still build a 4 size here, I feel. And I would probably not get or like if you're getting a worker, I think you should build a forces first. Okay, so opponent just chooses to snap for the grants. Unfortunately, he's gonna get the rhino as well. There's nothing we can do about it right now. Yeah. So what I think Grim's gonna do is, I think he's gonna build, but we don't have a lot of money, right? So I would prioritize having sponsors higher than build, and we also have a lot of sponsor cards in hand. So I would do Expand Africa and putting animals back, just to have sponsor higher than build. But we choose to build instead. Oh, we go for the reptile house. It's kind of cool, I guess, but there's no reason to do it before doing the sponsor action. Yeah, I like the reptile house in this scenario. Also, very awkward to fit it in unless you're gonna put it down here. So it's good timing. It's federal grounds on opponent. Now he has a 4 science for his thing. Now we do it. Hey, yeah, why are we not choosing to put an action back here? So, I guess his logic is he's wanna do cards and then sell them. But you're just gonna take one animal actions this turn anyways, so... And you have a lot of sponsor cards, and you might even draw some more. So... Yeah, I'm not sure why he didn't put animals back. Opponent builds a petting zoo. Still just leaving the Rhino up here. Surprising. So he could have... I guess he couldn't get it both, and yeah, but there's no... Yeah, opponent should have grabbed the Rhino by now. But that's fine, because now we get to snap it. Right, Grim? Oh. We don't. So now we're splitting as well. There's no real reason to split here. I'm not sure why we decided to split. Cause... Oh! We decided to split because he took the uni we wanted. Okay. Yeah, then I like it a bit more. Yeah, I like the splitting since our opponent took the uni. Those cards on 3 for some reason. So I'm not sure why we don't choose to do card section first. Like, sure, if we do the cards, our opponent can cause a break. But still very likely to want to do animals before doing that, and also it's not that big of a deal because from this we're gonna net 2 income, and even if he does cause the break, we get to do 2 animals instead of 1. So I think we should have done cards. I guess we should have stepped the Rhino. Oh yeah, especially with Mercat then. But we just... So what we did there instead was just giving our opponent another chance to get the Rhino. And also I'm not sure why we chose to grab Americas. Well, we have an African on display. And we have the Rhino, which is African, so that's 2 Africa for us. Opponent played medical breaker. Wow, okay. So giving him this was even worse than we thought, but it's hard to tell, right? But yeah, that's a bit rough. So now we do cards. We choose to ignore the Rhino, and instead we draw. pretty much dead cards, all of them. I guess the lion is superb here, 'cause this animal is one of the strongest in the game. It's probably the strongest animal in the game, but it's very hard requirement. But yeah, like just power level, it's up there with the eagles and the rhinos. But then we drew. This is just a good value animal. The bison is useless. We chose to discard correctly. Bottom building. Is this the rhino? Nope. Still no rhino. Yeah. I don't hate breaking here. Nothing really else. I mean, actually I do hate breaking because we can grab the rhino from building. We just don't want the rhino, I guess. Especially, we already have Explore Africa as well. Yeah. And this America grab over Africa is a bit confusing to me. Because like he wanted the discount on one animal. But if he got Africa, he would have a project to do now. Which he doesn't have. Oh, that's superb income. Oh, this is very scary to see when he takes a response on 2. Probably means he has the either the one that makes you immune or 2 rep and a shield. The science tag on it. Or the sponsor primates, I guess. That's not that scary. Not sure why he chose to do it now. Okay, we're getting a unit instead. Yeah, we had to get a unit at some point. But still, we could just done. We could have gotten a unit now. Could have built. We could maybe clever something down, and then we could have done 2 Africa. Upgrade animals. Yeah, why not? Could also upgrade Soch, but nah, I like animals. But I'm taking a build 2. Not sure why. That's what they wanna do. So now we're building a 4 size for our lion, which we can't really play. There's no reason to build this 4 size now. Unless you really wanna fill your map in a nice way. But instead of this, we can do... what can we do? Probably just Pavilion 1 and a 3 for the Langur. And we can maybe connect the map bonuses this round. Instead we take the... we build a 4 size. Oh, actually, we should do... a 3 here. Pavilion. No, 3 Pavilion 1. No. Let's try it. 3. That doesn't work. That works, okay. Do a 3 here and we do a 2 here. And we get this panda away from our opponent mostly. But also we might play later. I wonder if he will still take the panda. We get the muskox. I guess it's really not the best animal. But it combos nicely with Orchidon and also the base product here. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Oh, we're gonna do a kiosk here to play Orchidon. Yeah, usually I feel these spots are kind of risky to cover early because it costs a lot of money, and we're not super rich right now. So I guess it makes sense when we got the muskox and we want to do animals next action. But yeah, because what I think is gonna end up happening here is we're gonna have sponsors on 5. We're gonna have probably release of patterns and Reese's Monkey Bark, but none of them are very good. And we're just gonna cause the break instead. Because we chose to pay 5 money for our sponsor card. Don't like. Getting the rep to get an upgrade. So we're gonna get the upgrade next action unless we get constricted, which is very unlikely. So when we put it here, we're killing a 3 size here, but we're keeping this spot open for aviary. But we already have a better aviary spot right here. So I would just put it up here instead and have this for 3 spots, because we don't have a lot of 3 spots left, especially on this map. And we kind of like we should be looking to play this. Like it's pretty good value. So yeah, I would put it up here instead. Upgrading cards. I would probably look to upgrade a Soch instead, because we're gonna take a Soch before doing cards optimally. And we might as well throw in a donation. This is still the race to 8 con is kinda important. Mostly to deny our opponent hand size. But also it's a CP and size might come in useful. Now opponents just get to play the panda from range with upgrade sponsors as well. This is a very strong animal to begin with, but especially if you have upgrade sponsors. So yeah. And he gets to do the raccoon. Which doesn't do that much for him, at least. So just doing the muskox. Getting some sponsors, which doesn't do anything for us. At least we're denying our opponent's release of patents, which would be good for him. Yeah. Opponent also getting Americas. So, right here, a Soch is 95% of the time a stronger action than cards, especially this game. But we still choose to do cards before. And if you wanna do if you wanna do cards before a Soch here, you better have a good reason, like a good card on display for us to grab. But there's it's really nothing that's valuable. I guess the bush elephant a bit, because it is to Africa, even if the Africa base con is kinda dead. But also our opponent has very good income and a lot of money. So just denying him the elephant might be important. I guess it's error for us, okay. As well. I don't know, I would still just grab Africa before doing cards here. Just optimize our actions as much as possible. Draw a really good card for us at least. Arcade. Now we take the elephant. And the vulture. Okay, I have no idea why we want to vulture here. It's not a strong animal. strong about it is releasing it or putting it in the aviary. But we have no indication to build an aviary at this point in time. And yeah, I don't see it. We don't even have Asia. And we're probably not gonna get Asia. Maybe next round we'll get Asia. Scoring release of patterns makes a lot of sense. We would have drawn the horse instead, which is best betting zoo in the game. Also denies our opponent that, but you never know, right? But yeah, I don't know what made Grim want the vulture. Opponent billing betting zoo. So no. I hope we are Thosh. No, we wanna play the Rhesus Monkey Park before Thoshing. Yeah, it's very awkward sequencing here. So, not the strongest sponsor card, but it fills our map a bit, and like, we're gonna play this anyways, so it's 2x's. I do like playing it, but I'm not sure why we're doing it before Associating. Because Associate is by far our strongest action right here, and we want to take it as much as possible. And those cards. Also, by associating here, we could threaten the break. Snap the Gorilla Field Research, that makes sense. But if we had the social now, we could threaten the break instead and getting rid of his X2 on sponsors. Instead, we associate now. At least we get a clever. So I'm gonna assume we put back probably cards. We put in back Bill, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Because we need a 3 size for this. We probably need a 5 size for this. We might even need a 4 size for this. And I guess Grim's in his mind is gonna build an air as well. So we have a lot of buildings to do. It's very, very likely that our opponent just do 1 or 2 sponsor cards here and then causes to break. Because we know that he has at least 1 sponsor card. But it's very unlikely he has 3 of them. He's also out of money. His actions are very good for next round. So yeah. Does cause the break. It doesn't even, oh, that's pretty smart by him. He doesn't even bother playing, because that's the only sponsor card he has, and he rather want the X2 on a Soch when the break hits. Usually the 3x is stronger. This is a good use, good move by opponent, really good. Discarding cards here. So we're getting rid of the vulture. I don't know why we grabbed it in the first place. And arcade, I guess? Yeah, that's what I would get rid of. Instead, we just got a primate breeding program with and the monkey with it. And we just played the Rhesus Monkey Park. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, did we play this for two income and next? No, I think that's a very bad discard. And we keep holding on to this for some reason. Like, yeah, oof. Also, since our base con is Conservation Zoo, most likely, it's very important to have cons to do. One gets his X2. Very nice. Doing cars now. Okay. Well, why? It's an American icon. Yes. Yeah, it does make sense. That makes sense. Because we have 4 Americas with that, and we can even get this Spider Monkey from Ranger. Never mind. Opponent's just a cat. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Looking back at it, thinking a bit more, I actually like just doing cards instead of snapping that one. We just draw this, and probably one from deck. Just didn't deny him the horse as well. Because now he gets to play 2 animals from range for 3 money, which is really good for him. Oh, and Eagle shows up. Deciding to build with an X here. Don't really see why. I guess the plan is doing the Hornbill and Tamarin. But we have so much. Because we want to get out of one of these chunky boys, right? So, I'm not sure why we just don't do the arcade in this scenario. Can even put it for a card if we really want. And now we just kill a 4 spot. Or a 3 spot. Yeah, not the biggest fan of that. So I think I should have cleared down something as well. Because Kate is not that valuable right now. I think we should have cleared down sponsors to have cards higher, because the display is very juicy right now. The macaw, the eagle, geologist, even the breeding program. Opponent does his X2. This goes for 4 Americas. Wow, okay. That's surprising. The the difference on the Americas, Asia and Asia and Africa between 5 and 4. It's 2 shields, which is a lot. So like when you have Europe and Australia, you can kind of do 4 or 5. It doesn't really matter because it's only 1 shield, but 2 shields is so much more than 2 shields. I guess he just doesn't have anything else to do. He could just. Oh, I guess he wants the uniform here. But also, like, we have this on display. So why not just snap this and do a build action and then do the 5 Americas? Yeah, a bit confusing. So we're getting hand size. Discounting endgames. Yeah, I think we're discounting wrong endgame here. Because if you look at our hand, it's all these chunky boys. and a Tamarin. And I don't think we're gonna get more than one from this. But we might get 2 from Conservation Zoo. Or if we don't get 2 from Conservation Zoo, I think we're just gonna lose this game. So you might as well keep Conservation Zoo here. So you have another project to do? No, it does not. Okay, so it shows the upgrade build. No. Very late upgrade build from opponent here. Like he also took a worker, which I don't know why. Because all he can do with this worker is 2 rep. But he's so he's so late. We're so late in the game that I would, if I was the opponent here, I would probably just have gone for build 2 size. And also he has some really nice spots open. He has a 5 size here, 5 size here, 3 size. So I would just have take build 2 size and upgrade a soul share instead. Because we're so late in the game. Like even if you see an eagle and you want an aviary, it's not really worth it. Animals. Okay. Wonder what they snap here. It has to be the macaw. Right? Yeah, it has to be the macaw. Because like eel is great, sure. Eel is great for opponents as well. But we have all of this, or these 2, pretty much. Also, this is our 5th America. Oh, we actually did a... I actually really thought he was gonna snap the eagle here. Good job, Grim. Okay, so we do the clever monkey now, instead of the macaw. Not sure why. We're putting back sponsors, but we are out of cash. Guess the plan is doing 2 Africa here. But I would keep sponsor with this. I would have played the macaw instead. But then if I chose to play the Tamarin, I would not put back sponsors, because I feel we kind of want to social and cause a break, because we're so poor. Opponent chooses to snap the eagle. He might as well, because he doesn't have that many cards in hand. He might as well spend an X to get the 2 rep to get it from range. He also doesn't have a water aviary. He actually doesn't have a water aviary as well. At all. Space for it. So yeah, I would like upgrading a Soch in his position. Also you unlock, because the 4th worker is huge on this map because it gives 2 shields. But yeah, I will just get 2 rep from range instead of snapping for it. And also, you kind of help out Grim here by advancing the break, because after we get our assumption, we don't have a lot to do in the round. Bye. No. Well, why are we not doing 2 Africa here? Why? Grim, why? We could have done 2 Africa. Now we also just killing one of our X tokens. And we got grabbing Australia? Really? Why Australia? Okay, so what we should have done is spend 3 X's, grab the continent we want. We don't even, since Asia's taken and Asia's probably one we wanted, we could just save it. We're a bit far behind. Even if it only says 4 points, our opponent has way better income. All of this, he has a better endgame as well. and he has more money in the round. But we could save our final worker for a big final cross. I don't think you necessarily want to do this in this scenario because we're so far behind. One of the chooses to. Oh, we actually could fit a Aviary. Doing cards. Might as well. I don't know what we're looking for, but something. That's pretty good. It's also not too bad. Getting Yaliest. Yeah, Yaliest, nice. Just denying our opponent's con. I like that. We don't have a Predator or Nation on it. We would have if we grabbed Asia turn 1 instead of this hand size. No, finally we're discarding the Vulture, which I don't know how it ended up in our hand to be a win with. I also have a problem. We have a lot of sponsor cards, but we have we want to push the break here, and it's hard to do. It's hard to do if you're spending your sponsor action on. Okay, so opponent spent an X to do Primatologist. I guess it gives him 3 more income. It doesn't do much more than that. I'd say it's very close if you want to do that or not. Because you don't... It's probably gonna be 1 break, maybe 2 breaks left. Just an X for free money. Yeah, sure, people could play Monkeys, but Fallen's not gonna play any Monkeys by the look of it. And... yeah, he doesn't know our hand, but I guess he knows about the elephant. I guess we could fit a Monkey here. I say it's kinda close, but also he's revealing more cards for us to see. Maybe his endgame is sponsored too or something. If it is, I like it. If it's not, I don't really like it. Also he should... oh, we could just have played a Water Playground instead of doing that, not even spending the X. Putting it here, sure you kill a 5 size, but it's fine, we already have space for 5 size here. We have our Aviary going. Yeah, I like playing the Water Playground more, spending an X for Primatologist. Still grab the Water Playground. Confusing. Oh, that would be a great way to get back into the game. But we chose to grab Australia for mysterious reasons over Europe. Okay. We're playing arcade. It's just not very impactful. Like, you probably want a Soch here. And then cause the break. Or... no, what I would do here instead, I would probably spend 2 X's to get the others out, and then spend another 2 X's to do to Africa. Get 5 more income so we can build a 5 size. No, that's not what I would do. Scratch that. So I would spend 3 X's to do to Africa, take 5 more income, then build a 5 size, and then instead of getting this out, we should get out a higher yield sponsor, like the earliest. We could also... another line is doing spending X for Breeding Corp and then just doing 5 Americas right now. Which probably would be better actually. This is no rush because they already chose to do 4. But it's... we might draw a better con to do than to Africa. But this is definitely the worst line of them all. Because this might give us 4 tickets. But I think since we know our opponent has an eagle, and he's very far ahead in tickets, it's probably just gonna give us 2. And so basically, we take an action to get 2 appeal and 3 money, which I don't like. Also, I haven't really thought about it, but since our opponent has victory column, this is always gonna be bad, right? Ah, okay. We choose the clever. So I hope we clevered on animals here. Good boy. Good boy, girl. Then I like it a bit more. Now we choose to do to Africa. Take 5 money. At this point, pouching might actually be better. Because we can pouch. We're so close to the break, and we can pouch away a lot of dead cards. Because Breeding Corp is pretty much dead now. We're not gonna get 5 cons in. And we would have the All Americans in hand. Yollis is still nice. It's gonna be 6 points pretty much. But it's a bit tricky to play. This one is also pretty dead. Lion would be nice, but I don't think we're gonna have time for it. I think we could just pouch away Breeding Corp, Predator Breeding Program. Then we're gonna build first, then cost the break. And we can pouch away 2 of the others. So we should not donate in this scenario because we want to build a 5 size here. Oh, good boy, Grim. His opponent just chose to cost the break immediately. Okay, so that pouching would actually be huge here. We chose to discard Geologist over Breeding Corp for some reason. Oh, I guess what we're hoping for is another Predator, so we can do 5 Predators, but I don't think that's where we want to be really. Because there's not a lot of rounds left. And we're gonna have to build a 5 cents for our elephant, I guess. Kinda close. But yeah, I think I like the risk actually. Just getting our 5 Predator. But then we still just to do the elephant. Oh, we can actually get the moose. That's not too bad. No, we chose to draw from the deck instead. We'll just do animals. Second petting zoo. Did it? Oh, that's a nice. Oh, that's a really nice mo. And the moose from range. I mean, sure, but problem with this is we still don't have 5 Americas. I do like the construction here a lot from Grim's side. It's really messes with our opponent. Because he only has the aviary and the petting zoo. So the construction build is great. And of course on the Soch as well. I mean, I like the moose. I don't think he should be playing it this time though. I think he should have drawn it when he went up here. And instead just do the macaw so we have a con to do. So right now we don't have a con to do. Oh, a con showed up for us. How lucky. Unless our opponent grabs it, which he should be looking to do. Because it's releasing one of these. It's gonna be huge for us. I really hope opponent takes snapping here just to deny the bamboo forest. He does. Good opponent. Okay, so now we choose to do cards, but we do not have a lot of actions left. Really don't. We do deny him the third petting zoo, which could be important, but he might as well have one in hand. We don't need... I guess we need another predator. Instead of doing cards here, if you just play the macaw instead, we could just have gone for... Could just have gone for a project here, probably take pouching, and then cost the break so we can afford our elephant. Going some deck. Oh, really lucky draw here. With National Park. One gets Exponent Marigold, which is huge. So we know he has an eagle. He could very well be any next round. He has no... I'm not sure we know. We know he has to release Irvis. Doesn't have any good Irvis to release. This is gonna net him 3 points, which is nothing. He doesn't have upgrade Soch either, so he can't donate with it. But he might have something good in hand. Yeah, I think what we do here... Oh, once again, super awkward we didn't play the macaw, because if we want to release our American, we are gonna be further away from 5 America. So yeah, that's really, really bad that we play the moose over the macaw. Because now we can't, we can do this, and we almost have to. Yeah, we have to do this. We have to take pouching, and then we have to play the Breeding Corp and cost the break, and just hope our opponent gives us enough time after the break to do another animal section. Okay, so I think, yeah, I think it was about right here that I came in and saw him losing, and he might have gotten some useful hints from me, because he does what I wanted him to do. And yeah, we just donate because we're gonna cost a break next action. So yeah, final couple of moves, it's basically me playing the game. Wait. Okay. Is it me playing the game? Because I'm not sure. Did I come in at a later point? No, I think I kind of recognize releasing that. But we should play the breeding program and causing the break with excess. And if our opponent gives us one more turn, which is kind of likely, but at least then we can get the elephant out in our call and do 5 Americas. So yeah, I'm not sure if that was my misplay or Grim's, but I'm gonna attribute it to Grim. He's gonna Predator breeding, I hope. Oh no. Oh right, Breeding Corp, we never play it, of course. No time to play that at all. Pouch, some cards, that doesn't do anything. So our opponent should be ending it. He built his free size, so he probably has a size 3. He has an evil. And yeah, he just needs to have a project. Which I guess he can always release is one of the small monkeys across that way. So yeah, unfortunately we're gonna be short on doing the macaw, the elephant, and doing 5 Americas. You never know. Maybe our opponent is nice. Bison should kind of interesting. No, this... Yeah, he's just gonna end it, which makes a lot of sense. Oh, I also have a the best size 3 in the game. And a project to do. Oh, yes. Yeah, Bamboo Force. Oh, right, we knew about Bamboo Force as well. Okay, so why is he releasing the Panda? So that seems 6 points. Does he not have a better releaser? Um, so this one is a better release by 1 point, which is also pretty bad. Um, yeah, a bit inefficient, but I guess he doesn't have a better release than that. That's unfortunate. But 6 points, not too much. At least I get the pouching off, which is nice. Um, so we might as well spend the X to... Oh, we have X-Men on Africa. Okay, yeah. Ah, that's probably why Grim, also known as me, misplayed. Because it wasn't really a misplay. We just assumed we weren't getting another turn after the break, and we just wanted the X's for X on Africa. But now at least we end up with 5 X's. Favorite too, which is nice. 3 points. You could spend an X here to get luckier, but yeah, we can also play the Rhino and like it's hard to find an animal that gets 11 points here. Um, I can only think of the one with the reptile that we saw earlier, resize American, which gives us what 12 points? No, it's 14 points. Um, I guess I'm not sure we saw that one as well. The Australian one you can pouch with, and I guess the kangaroo as well. No, kangaroo is yeah no we're gonna have 2 cards in hand. So kangaroo is 2 more, but the Australian one you can pouch with. This is more as well. I think those two are it. So yeah, let's go for the save points. We can still win this. It's not impossible. Oh, getting primates, very important. So we are 15 points behind. But we do have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will get the same from Con Zoo, but if we play better, Conservation Zoo would be more small animal zoo. So this is 4. So that's 12, 17, 19. Our opponent has only... Oh, he does have X-Men Americas. So he has... What? 3, 6, 8. So we're 11 points ahead. So yeah, there's no possibility where we win this, even if he has a 0 point endgame, which would be aquatic. So even has aquatic, I'm not sure why he would keep aquatic. We still lose, which is unfortunate, but nothing better we could do really. It actually only has 1 victory point from his endgame. Almost aquatic, not quite. So yeah, I think this game was 100% winnable. We just did some pretty weak turn 1, and yeah, just very inefficient with the actions. Taking them in the wrong order and not doing 2 Africa earlier when we had a chance. Also, prior to seeing arcade and stuff like that. Yeah. So the 9 Federal Grants, it would have been huge because we just star our opponent on science, but we didn't know that at the time, right? But it's kind of close if you want to take snapping just and snap it away from him. I would probably have done it, but it's not. It's very close. But that would be really helpful as well. And it's not easy to know that he both chose to keep the Science Museum and also have Medical Breakthrough in hand. Because Medical Breakthrough did a lot of work this game. But yeah, we only lost by 7 points. That's not a lot, especially if we got our America's 5 in, which we never did. Because we chose to do the Moose over the call. And we also got kind of lucky with finding the Release America at that point. Yeah, that's the game. Don't have much more to say. So I hope this was helpful. And I hope Grim watches this, because I play him a lot, right? So basically he's gifting away my elo to randoms, when he should be gifting away his elo to me. So if you can go up to 400 elo, so I can get some more elo when I play you, I would be thankful. Yeah, I'm not sure this was that insightful. I hope it was. It's a bit tricky analyzing low replay games, because I don't know how low rated people think. Because for example, the vulture, I have no clue what Grimm's plan was for that vulture. Why he even chose to keep it in hand after the discard. But yeah, hopefully it was a little bit insightful. Please let me know if you had any questions. And thanks for watching. Bye.